Good evening, Facebook. It is November 5th. It is 6 o'clock. Most of you are either already home or on your way home. So what I wanted to do today, I wanted just to do a quick video of a learning opportunity that I have come across and I really wanted to share with you so that you could just be informed. So when it comes to any kind of property, there's a thing called zoning. So whether you have a house, whether you have a piece of land, whether you have a piece of commercial property, it all has a specific zoning. So whether it be commercial property or residential property, that's not it. There's so much more to a property. So right now, for example, I have an example right here. There is commercial property, right? So you can see right here, the purple, the pink, the orange, the yellow, all of that is commercial property. But the next question that you have to ask is, what is the zoning code for that commercial property? So this right here in the purple, it's commercial property, but it is a general business district, which means that you can't just go and park trucks there. You can't just go and put a truck terminal there. You have to go by the zoning code. So if it's a general business district code, that means that you can only put retail shops there, you can only put restaurants there. And the reason that a city does this is because you see all of these multiple colors. They're trying to keep everything kind of in clusters. So for example, you don't want to have a house right next to a warehouse that is, for example, manufacturing any kind of oil or manufacturing some kind of steel, right? You wouldn't want that in your backyard. So that's why they create these districts, these different zoning codes. Even with the residential property, before you subdivide your property, there's going to be a zoning code. So for example, let's say someone says, Christina, I want to buy a piece of property. It says it's residential and it says we can subdivide. Okay, but how can we subdivide this property? What is the zoning code of this property? So the property, for example, is residential. You can build a house on it, but the zoning code is R40. What does R40 mean? R40 means that it has to be 40,000 square foot minimum. So 1 acre is 43,560 square feet. That means you're probably going to only be able to subdivide into 1 acre parcels. Okay, somebody says, Christina, I want to subdivide a piece of residential property and it's R3. What is R3? R3 means you can put 3 units on an acre. So it's a little difficult sometimes, so that's why you need a real estate broker. But R3 means 3 units on 1 acre, 3 different houses. What about R12? That means you can only make 12,000 square foot lots. So before you get excited that, yay, my property is subdividable, whether it be residential or commercial, always make sure to check the zoning code. Also, for all of my clients that are in business and commercial, you have to understand that a piece of property, just because it's commercial, doesn't mean that you can put anything commercial on it. There are differences. There is industrial, there is business, there's general business district, there is some residential property that used to be residential and then was transferred to commercial, so there's a difference there. So just a quick side note, always make sure, don't get too excited yet. So after you've determined the zoning, whether it's residential or it's commercial, the next step is finding out the zoning code. Very easy. All you do is you contact that county. You call Mecklenburg County, Union County, Cabarrus County. You say, can I please speak to someone in the planning and zoning department? And then you contact them, and they're very awesome. They're very nice. I know most of them by face. And you just ask them, what is the zoning code and what can I do? They'll give you the setbacks. They'll also direct you. It's even on the website. They have all of the PDFs. Everything is on the internet. Everything is on the websites. You can go on there and you can also find out what the building design is, because if you're going to build a warehouse, you can't just build anything you want. You have to go by their codes. You have to go by their developmental restrictions. And then you can also look at, for example, if it's right here, if it's zoned like general business district, what is general? General's general. That means it could be a KFC, it could be a Harris Teeter, it could be a huge restaurant, it could be a franchise, so it could be all kinds of things. So I hope that was a quick, easy tip for you, that before you subdivide property, whether it's a house, whether it's residential or commercial, always make sure to check the zoning code, because nothing would be worse than you buying a piece of property and you can't subdivide it the way you want it to. This is Christina Kalyakin. I specialize in commercial land and residential properties. If I can ever be of help, please comment below if you have any zoning questions. If you want to find out who you need to call, I have all of those resources. I hope everybody has a great Tuesday evening.